Mercedes-Benz EQA review. But before we start, please support us by pressing the like and subscribe buttons, so that we can continue to provide information about car and motorcycle news. Also turn on the bell button to get the latest updates. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you. Mercedes' electric car sub-brand, EQ, has suddenly exploded into a flurry of life. Having given us the EQC mid-sized SUV more than 2 years ago, it went quiet for a while as the zero-emissions efforts of its rivals gathered momentum, but now it has found another gear with the Mercedes-Benz EQA. The EQV people carrier is with us, and both the EQB compact SUV and EQS limousine are on the cusp of appearing in right-hand drive form. And yet none of those cars has quite the potential to put bums on electrified seats and accelerate the adoption of electric cars of this week's road test subject. The EQA was first shown in production form in spring 2020 and started trickling onto UK roads throughout this year as the firm's entry-level EV. It has been described by Mercedes-Benz as a car that offers an excellent compromise between performance, cost and time to market. It's unusual for a premium brand such as Mercedes, which typically deals in products designed and engineered in what it might want us to think of as an uncompromising fashion, to introduce a new car in quite those terms. But these are rare and challenging times for the car industry, when an unconventional approach may well be called for if you want to bring a market-leading compact electric car to the showroom, and do it quickly. The car's particular compromise is granted by the fact that, unlike many of its competitors, it's based on the adapted model architecture of an existing combustion engine car. As we'll explain in more detail shortly, the EQA shares the same underpinnings as the Mercedes A-Class, B-Class, CLA and GLA models, and it is built on the same production line as many of those sibling models in Rastatt, Germany. In stark contrast to an Audi Q4 e-tron or a Hyundai Ioniq 5, then, it's an EV with a more conventional and familiar layout of drive components, and a driven front axle. But does that make it more or less likely to set new benchmarks in a rapidly changing and critically important class? Mercedes EQA engine lineup and trim levels. The EQA is available with a choice of front or four-wheel drive, in any one of 3 power outputs, and with a 4-tier range of trims, although if you can only run to a sports spec car, you'll be denied the more powerful, twin-motor 4MATIC versions. Mid-level AMG line equipment is likely to be the most popular of all and includes 18 inches alloy wheels, sports seat and special sporty-looking bumper styling. There is some emerging mechanical convention among sub-pound 50,000 EVs. From the likes of the Kia EV6 to the Volkswagen ID3, and the Q4 e-tron to the Tesla Model 3 and Ford Mustang Mach-E, more and more cars are using rear-mounted drive motors and reaping packaging rewards as a result, but there are exceptions and the EQA is one such. Rather than some ground-up new platform, the EQA uses a version of Mercedes' latest MFA chassis specially adapted for an electric application. It is most closely related not to the A-Class hatchback, as its model name might suggest, but to the GLA compact crossover, and the car's exterior design confirms as much. The outline of its jacked-up silhouette is a near-identical match, even if its exterior features and details are new. The lithium-ion drive battery has 66.5 kilowatt-hours of usable capacity and is carried under almost the full length and width of the cabin floor in a reinforced safety frame. It's a fairly heavy unit, though. The VW Group can squeeze 77 kilowatt-hours of usable capacity out of a matching combined pack and frame weight of around 500 kilograms and Polestar 75 kilowatt-hours. And while it doesn't leave the EQA at a particular penalty on overall vehicle weight compared with its rivals, it does leave it a little short on range. The WLTP claimed figure is between 250 and 263 miles, which almost all of the car's direct rivals can beat. It won't help on that score that the car has a front-mounted asynchronous AC motor attached to its front axle, and front-wheel drive. Makers of four-wheel drive EVs report notable cruising efficiency and range gains as a result of being able to primarily drive the rear axle rather than the front. That motor makes 188 bhp at peak power in the EQA 250 entry-level model, which is less than key rivals offer, as well as 277 pounds-foot of peak torque, which is more competitive. For those who want more power or four-wheel drive, Mercedes offers twin-motor versions of the EQA with 225 bhp and 288 bhp. They have the same drive battery as the 250 derivative, though, and only very marginally greater range.
Thanks for watching.
Drop a like, leave a comment,
and don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos like this.